I want to welcome you to today's video. Today we're going to be we're going to be diving deep into logo presentation. A lot of persons make logos, know how to do amazing logos, but they are very, very bad at presenting their logos. You might feel that logo presentation is just about mockups, tweaking things to mockups and all that, but you might be actually wrong, right? So that's why today I'm going to be taking my time to teach you this. So I want to start by playing a video for you or telling you a little story. If you're wondering, the logo that is here is a logo we made during our last class, and it's just a little logo. And today we're going to be doing the presentation, how making things around presenting this logo, right? There's someone named Sagi Aviv. Sagi Aviv is a logo designer, right? He's one of the top logo designers we have. He was one that designed logos like Animal Planet. Um, there is one of the Harvard logos. You know, Harvard has different subsidiaries. So there's one of the Harvard logo. He even designed, right? He has a lot of logos that he has designed. But there was an issue he encountered, and that's what I'm going to be starting with to teach you something. So he made a logo for a client, right? He did a logo for a client. And after making this logo, there was something that happened. I think I just have to share this picture with you so that you know. Just have to share it with you. So we have him here. Here is Sagi Haviv. Yes, Sagi Haviv. Yes, Sagi Haviv. I have his picture here. So this is one of the topmost logo designers, right, that we have in the world. So these are some of his work. I'm just trying to show you all this so we have a background to this, so you know that what we're doing is very important, right? So we have all these logos made by Sagi Haviv. You can even see the Harvard logo is here. So there is this logo he worked on for Conservative or Conservation International, right? Google is our friend today. We're going to be using Google to do all this international. So there was a logo he made for them. So this is the logo he made for them, right? So he did, I think a woman is kind of the owner of Conservation International. So he made the logo and they didn't like the logo. They didn't like it. Like this logo you are seeing right now, they didn't like it. They were like, what kind of logo is this? Too simple. So I want to show you their previous logo. This is their previous logo. What you have here, this green tree and everything. I think I should open it more. This is their previous logo. This used to be their previous logo. So the lady said she likes this logo. I mean, you'll be going like, is something wrong here? Like, what is going on? You'll be going like, what is really happening? But she actually liked this and she didn't prefer this. So now it makes a lot of sense that this logo is simple. Why should she prefer the other one? But then it didn't make any sense, right? So what he did was that they were like, okay, we're not going to change our logo. Let's just leave it like this. So he had to go back and talk with his team and everything. But he was thinking, he knew that this is the logo. Like, I can't make any other logo. This is the logo that is suitable for these guys, right? This is the logo. And the other meanings to the logo, he was trying to explain to her that this circle means the earth, signifies the earth, and the green here signifies also the earth. And no, this signifies the planet, this signifies the earth, right? The ecosystem rather. So trying to tell her, you know what conservation means, right? So trying to explain to her, but she didn't get it. She didn't quite get it very well. So what happened that he went back to his team and they were discussing. So he was just thinking of, how do I represent this logo to this lady? How do I do that? How do I do that? Because I know this is the logo and I can't do anything more, right? So it's sort of an amazing idea where he made a video for them. He made a motion video for them just to present this logo again. Now, here comes, what do I call it now? Here comes should I say the punchline or what? So this is the video he made for them. So I'm just going to play it for you to see. So he made this video. a lot must have been going through your mind, like, what is this? What is this? Right? But the lady or the woman who said she does not like this logo, when she was shown this, right? She said she likes the logo. Nothing changed, right? It's still the same logo. It's still the circle, and you have the green line underneath, right? It's still the same logo, but she said she liked it. She likes it now. So what happened there within that space of time? What happened? So if you look at this video, he was able to present the logo in a way that the woman or the lady or the client understood, right? There were some things that was dear to her, and she could not just find them in that simple mark, but he ended up using a motion graphic artist, and he put everything together, explaining to her that this is the globe actually. He made this amazing motion design for her, right? Showing her that this is it. And she liked it. Nothing really changed. So that shows you how much presenting your work is important. You might have a good design, but if you don't present it well, it just shows you that most of the things that time that clients reject logos and things like that, it's just because the designer has not been able to present it well, right? It's not been able to present it well. So that was why I said initially that if you're trying to present a logo or trying to do a logo presentation, it's not just about mockups, right? Some people can use mockups, but they don't know how to stylishly use the mockups to really convey the desired information. I mean, I've used mockups before that clients left. They wanted what was in the mockup. They wanted that, not because of the mockup, but because of the way I tweaked the mockup, and I used it to show them something that, like, this is what I want your brand to be like, or this is what I want this logo to be like, right? So it's very important. So that's what I'll be showing you today. So we'll move back to our Illustrator screen, right? So this was a logo we worked on. So still trying to refine it, but anyways, this is a logo. So we are going to do something with this logo. How do we present this logo? There are a lot of things I have in this logo that today might not necessarily do a motion graphic, right? Because not everybody's a motion grapher. I am a motion grapher. I know things to do. I can do a logo animation and things like that. But for the sake of you guys, right? Let's stick to what we know, right? Our method of presentation. But that doesn't stop you from using a video to present, right? So we have ways to art here. Ways to art. So ways to art. We have a logo here. We have a very beautiful mark, kind of very unique mark here. So there are a lot of things in this mark that I want the what do you call it now? I want the client or whoever is interacting with the brand to really see, right? For instance, this is art, the arrows, right? There are 3 arrows here that represent recycling, right? 3 arrows here, or 4 rather. So there are 4 arrows showing that something is being recycled, right? Which is a brilliant idea, right? So there's also something else. There's a star here. If you see the star forming, there's kind of a star here also, right? So there are 2 things here. The other things that we want the people to see, right? So we really want them to value or to appreciate the logo. So if you want them to appreciate the logo, you have to. So first of all, you look at it. Okay, this is the logo. You look at the niche, right? We've started already. You look at the niche of the brand. What niche is this brand? You begin to check. Okay, it's an NGO, and it's a brand that turns waste to art. Different kinds of waste that people might feel, okay, these things are no longer useful, containers, trash, and all that. They just turn it to art. They used to make frames and things like that. So you begin to think of what mockups can I use that will be within context. You don't just use any mockup because you want to use it. What mockups are within context that these people can really appreciate, right? So one of the popular mockups people use is a t-shirt, a mockup for a t-shirt, right? You know, that one will certainly be used, right? So you can still think far, can still think fast. So I'm opening the floor for you guys to speak. What mockup can we use for this? What mockup can we use? What mockup can we use? So I'm going to take here. So let's say this is our logo, right? So first of all, you have to export the logo in different formats, in different forms. So I'm going to take this out, just the mark. Here there are no complex forms because of this logo. So we just have the mark, then we have our logo, right? The full logo, the entire logo. So let's see what we can do with this. So I'm just going to export there too. If you don't know how to export, you go to asset export. That the asset export allows you to export many things at a time. So if I come here, I just have to put the logo here, drag and drop. So I drag and drop the mark here. So I can name this full logo. Then I can name this mark, right? So I'm going to highlight both of them, and I'm going to export. I'm just going to put it anywhere, right? Because I'm just doing a test. I'm going to put it anywhere, maybe picture of my computer. I'm just going to put it anywhere. I just want to show you guys something, right? So you can also go back. You have to export the white version of the logo, just the white version. So that's not difficult. That's not difficult. Just change the entirety into white, right? So why this is not changing, I think it's because I use opacity for it, opacity, right? Okay, so if I turn it, so you have to export the white version, things like that. Export this also in white, but let's just see what we can do first. So I'm just gonna look for some mockups. I'll look for some mockups. So you start thinking of what are things the client will appreciate, what are things they will appreciate, what are things they will appreciate really, what are things that will be dear to them. So I've shown it to you guys. You guys are not saying anything. I mean, the people on Zoom, you're not saying anything. I'm showing to you guys. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. So I have a few mockups here. Let's see. Let me see a mockup for a shirt. So I'm just going to try doing a mockup for a shirt, right? And another issue is that people use mockups, right? But they don't know how to customize mockups. So if you're a very good Photoshop user, you should be able to customize mockups. So I always advise you to customize your mockup, customize it, because especially if you are using a mockup that is very common, if it's not a paid mockup, right? I advise you to customize it. So I'm going to, I think I should share my Photoshop screen. So I've moved to Photoshop. So I have this mockup that I want to use. So, but first of all, you can get mockups from anywhere. You can get mockups from Google. You get a mockup from Google. Just go to free mockup world. You can get a lot of mockups. There are a lot of sites, but me, I like searching from Google. So I can just do a t-shirt mockup on Google. Mockup, right? It's just going to show me a lot of t-shirts, and there are free ones, there are paid ones. I could just choose the one on Blast 2 has a lot of mockups. So just for you to download it, the one you want. When you download it, it's going to be opened in this form. So this is what we have here. So I have this. I'm going to take off the text. So we have a mockup as this. So now the first thing is that we begin to change things, begin to change things. So you have everywhere you have text, right? Everywhere you have a logo, you have a text or whatever, is what, yeah, you can literally replace what you want to replace, right? You could replace what you want to, right? Or the elements you have that are replaceable, like this logo here, okay, you can put your logo there, right? So what you want to do is that you look for the layer that helps you edit that. So I'm going to scroll down, right? So there's a layer for the color, also the color of the shirt. Let's start from the color of the shirt. Now let me teach you how to customize. Let's start from the color of the shirt. Let me teach you how to customize logos. So this is I just double clicked right now. I just double clicked in case you are confused. I just double clicked. If I should go back. I should go back. Okay. So this was where I was. Okay, so I see there I was talking about in an event setup. So we're going to do that next. Try to do that next. If there's enough time, we'll do that. So, but for the shirt, your plan should be, okay, how do I turn this? This is already happening on that color. How do I turn this to look like what the brand is, or what I've done for the brand, what I've curated for the brand, right? So I'm going to change this color. No, I'll not start by changing the color. Let me change the entire shirt. So you just look for some layers might have edit me, right? They label it edit me. Sometimes if you are confused, you can use the view tool to remove, right, your eye icon here, or visibility icon. You could make the layer visible, invisible, and just check for which is which, right? But if you're already used to it, you are going to know. Like you see, that's the body of the shirt. So let's see what we can do here very quickly. So um we have our logo already. So I'm going to bring it waste to art. I'm going to bring it here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the color. The brand is very colorful, so I want to play with the colors. I want to play with the colors because the brand is very colorful. So we could start from, we'll say let's start from black, right? Let's start from black. Let's start from black. So we could have, first of all, the logo here. I think someone's about here. Okay, I think here. So I just drew a black square at the back. So I think that's faster for me. So I just had the logo. Then what can I do with the mark? What can I do with the mark? This is how we begin to customize, right? What do I do with the mark? So I can carry the mark somewhere here, right? I could carry it somewhere here. So let's see what we have. Just Control S. You are going to save. If you don't save, it's not going to be replaced, right? So you can see that we are beginning to have something playing with the colors and everything. So let's find the handle. We can still come back to the shirt, but let's find the right hand or sleeve. Let's find it. We want everything to be black first of all, or we can even make it, we could make it this color. We could make it this color. We could make it this color. Let us see. So sometimes this is how it is. You have to look for them, right? So I'm going to look for this. So let's put a color here, right? So this is art, right? I want to play with all their colors. I want to be able to play with all their colors. So for the sake, you should already have your color palette. But for the sake of this, I just want to pick this color. Let's pick the yellow, for instance. Let's pick the yellow first. Let's pick the yellow. Okay, let's pick it first. And let's see how it's going to be. I'm just going to copy the color code. I'm going to copy it from here in case I'm not coming back. So I just copy the color code. So I've saved it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Opening other things. Just have to go back. Photoshop for you. So we have yellow. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? So let's just change the other one. Sometimes you might not know. You might not know necessarily. So I'm going to pick the same color. I'm already thinking this yellow is too, right? So, but we can't use this blue. So let's change the color of the color. Let's change it. Let's change it. This one we can use black, or we can use gray, right? So you are the architect. So just do what you want to do, but make sure it's being expressed. That is okay. This was why I used this one. So color, that I use this, use that, right? So we could change this blue. So this is it basically. This is it basically. So I would love the color to be black. I would love it to be black. Or we give it gray. Same with the okay, let's see. So you just do what you want to do, right? Do what you want to do, but make sure that the colors are there, the brand colors and everything you do to make them know that, okay, this is how it's going to be used, right? We could leave there, we just leave that as black. Okay. I think that is it basically. Okay, the seam. Let me change the seam. I think that's it. Should be the thread. Change it to black. Uh, so just remember one place. But I get the same thing we're doing here. You can use it for, right? You can use it to fix another brand, right? You can use it to fix another brand. Okay. Okay. So if there's anything you want to change, anything else you want to change, you can change. And there's some other thing I always, or I like doing, right? Some other thing I like doing. So you can use a background that pops because contrast is key. Use a background that pops. I just use the brand colors, physically. I use the brand colors. So I could also bring the logo here. Most times I do this, right? I want them to appreciate the logo. That's just my one of my aims here, right? I want them to appreciate the logo. So I could take it as the background, dial it down a bit. Sometimes it might look good, sometimes it might not, right? But I just want them to appreciate the logo. I want them to appreciate the logo. So I could go to my blending mode, color overlay. Just want to give it a great color so that colors are not everywhere. So it depends on what you want. It depends. You decide to take it out because this alone does not make it, right? So that's it. So I'm able to show all the brand colors, able to show how it's going to look, able to show, depends on how you want it. right? It depends on how you want it, but make sure you are showcasing everything you've done, all the strategic things that they might be feeling that this is a waste. Make sure you showcase everything, like every single thing that you've done, every single thing. Make sure you showcase it, right? Make sure you showcase it. Make sure you showcase it. It's very important. Make sure you showcase it. Every single thing. Every single thing. So it depends on you. If you want to leave it like that, you can leave it. So that's for that. So if you are doing another thing, showcase your logo. Another mock-up, showcase your logo. So simple way of exporting this is, or if I want to make this better, right? If we are talking about customization of mockups. If I want to make this better, okay, so I use a darker one. If I want to make this better, I could use my, so you can see that the way it came is not the way it's going, right? It's not the way it's going. I had to tweak some things. So I'm going to use my pen. So I'm not teaching Photoshop here, right? But I'm going to use my brush to create some sort of, no, this is not big enough. This is not big enough. This is not big enough either. Okay. So I'm not going to be using a complete white. I'm not going to be using a complete white, right? I guess if you are good with this, we're going to teach all this one day. I'm going to teach Photoshop. I already have some Photoshop lectures there, but you need to know Photoshop to tweak these things, right? To know to tweak these things. So I'm just going to use a lighter color. Let's say this color, but the lighter version. Very light. So it's not completely white. Right. So this just gives it sort of ambience. Some sort of ambience. Sometimes you can ask them, they might have a primary color, so you don't get yellow all over the place when they choosing a primary color, right? So we can still do something to this. We can still, I think the logo was overshifted, so we can do something to it here. So I think it's coming back in place. So whatever. So you can export it. Export, and you can just save it pictures. Just want to save it outside so you guys can see it. All right. So it's going to be saved there. Then one more thing I'll show you before we go. So for every mockup you use, I don't want to waste time on this. For every mockup you use, make sure you are showing the things that you want to show, right? Make sure you are showing the things that will sell you or will sell the mark. Make sure you are showing the things that will sell the mark. Client will not go asking you, why did you make a second logo? I don't know what the second logo is. So everything you've been saying, do it, like just show them what you've been saying. Just show them what you've been saying. Show them. Show them what you've been saying. That's the show them what you've been saying typically. Show them what you've been saying. Show them. I'm trying to show you a presentation kit. Right. I'm trying to show you a presentation kit. I think I'll wrap up with that. If I don't see it, maybe that'll be the next time. That will be the next time. If I don't see it, I think I'm going to see it. Okay. I don't know if this is it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Let me use this to teach you something. Right. So this was a logo I did like maybe years ago. So I'm just going to use that as a template to show you like some things you can do to present your logo, right? So first of all, you design it very well. Just do it anyhow you want to do it, but it should be orderly, well designed. So I no longer use this, right? But you can use this as a kind of a template to follow, right? So you could start from these are things that increase that people will just do and it's okay. They will have a value or they will not because people size people. That's just it. People size people. Your client, they size you. So when you're spending a particular price, when you're done, you presented it to them, they size you. Like, okay, I paid for this so amount. They're sizing you. Okay, was this person worth it? Right. So these are the things that just help them size you better. So what you do, I think I've said all this in our logo bootcamp. So you try to tell them just try to establish trust. Like this is more of like a template that I use sometimes. So you try to tell them the first paragraph can be, okay, this is why you should trust us. Trust what we are giving you, right? You should establish some things. Tell them the clients you've worked with and things like that. That should be the first paragraph, right? Second paragraph, tell them about the project, this particular project. What are you doing, right? What was the problem? What was the problem they asked you to solve? How are you using the elements to solve the problem? How are you going to solve the problem? Right? The second paragraph should be that, or the second heading, or whatever. Right? So you start to do maybe an index or a table. What do I call it? The different things you are going to be treating, right? You just divide them into, you call it an index, whatever your pagination, anyhow you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, but there has to be like different segments or different things. So I went by logo design. I showed them the two logo types, showed them the primary colors, brand style guide, brand elements like design. That's the mockup. So here I'm showing them the logo. This is the logo type. I showed them all the logo. This is it. I think I've lost this font to tell you that this logo, this project is kind of old, right? I've lost this font, so it's changing to another font. But anyways, that's not our focus. So you see the mark, I tell them this is the primary color, this is everything. I write a lot. I show them. So we have the different format, different logo format. I show them. The logo can be on black, on white, just show them different things. And another thing, right? To show you that is also an old mockup, right? Or an old mockup. So you show them. So for instance, this is drawing me to tell you something, right? If you have maybe you are working for a company that is into app and all those things, so you should have your logo in an app format, right? Have your logo in an app format, like an app icon or something. You could put it here, like something I did here. So I isolated it here, right? You could also do that intelligently. They're going to, okay, this is going to appear well as an icon, right? So you can also look into doing that if it is within context, right? So just do intelligent things within context. So do crazy things. There are no lots of mockup here. But I suggest you add a lot of mockup. Add a lot of mockups. And also tell them, right? You don't want to be bending the hand of your client. Don't make it look as though you are forcing them, right? Most times if you're doing two options, just be flexible. Just allow them pick. And if there is any issue, you're going to correct it, right? So you have this section where you are telling them about the colors. You have to tell them what each color means. Trust me, when your client reads everything, he will barely want to change one thing because he'll be feeling that if he changes something, it's going to spoil the entire logo, right? So this is basically it. I trust we are going to be doing maybe a part 2. We might dive into motion. I think I'm going to teach a little bit of motion in the part 2 and how you can use motion. Maybe if the client needs an intro, logo intro and things like that, I'll teach that. That will be like our part 2 of presentation. So I guess this is all for today. Thank you.